What's up guys, happy Saturday. In this video we're looking at Bullieverse Island. We've already looked at Bullieverse Island before, but we looked at the NFTs and now we're gonna look at the token. They've got their IDO coming up, as you can see here. They're launching their own token. I believe in 6 days from now you can participate in the IDO on their website itself, but they've launched on a couple of the biggest launch pads out there, Cetify being one of them. As you all know, I'm a big fan of Cetify right now with the way they're performing. So these guys have launched their own NFT before. It's a Metaverse game, Metaverse play to earn style game. And so far they've done quite a lot of things well. There's a couple of things that I think they can do better, a little bit more exposure, a little bit better marketing, which we'll get into. We know the tokenomics, we'll get into that as well. But quick review of what Bulliverse is. So they're creating their own metaverse. They have their own play to earn style game. You can own the NFTs to join the community and get access to the metaverse. You can create as well, which is cool. Using by Unreal Engine, you can create gameplay, like how do you say that? Yeah, like usable gameplays for the game itself. So on Twitch, they show this. They show a couple of the different things that have been made so far and how people created their own gameplay and others can use it. I think it looks awesome. Looks very interactive and pretty high quality too. Then Immerse, you can hang your home to hang out with friends and connect in an immersive experiences, which is they're gonna use the metaverse for it. So a lot of projects these days going into the metaverse. Of course, we know that this is where the future is going to. We're just starting out with it. It's really the beginning of the whole metaverse, crypto, play to earn, NFT market. Probably in a couple of years time from now, it's going to be totally different than what we're used to with it right now. But these guys, they have got something to show for already, and I think that that's positive. That's one of the reasons why I think this has potential, because they consistently update their followers and their holders with progression of the game, etc. So the bear game is something that's been, for example, coming up, which is something that has got some attention. What it means is you're gonna be able to play a game. You then hunt for the bear. So you play the game with your bull. You need the bull to get into the metaverse. You play, you hunt for the bear, and then you can claim your bear NFT. You get a free NFT, probably you pay for gas, ERC 721 token. There's gonna be more NFTs. Eventually, there's gonna be a breeding system in place as well. It is pretty well thought through with the way they set up the breeding system. They're staking, like they have a plan for the next couple of years already, which I think is very positive. So this is outdated a little bit. Their investors and partners, there's a couple of more that have been coming through. For example, they've partnered up with a couple of those launch pads. As I said, they launched on Cetify. I think that raised quite a lot of money here. Completed. You know, I like Cetify, right? I think Cetify does very well with the projects. They attract, and most of these projects, they perform very well. Here you can see Bulliverse. So this was last week. They raised almost $300,000 in public, which is quite a lot, and they also raised 100,000 on private. So that's almost 400K on Cetify alone, which is a lot. I don't think they need that much money. Maybe they do for the development of the game, but I think this is too much. They're more than necessary, at least, which for them is obviously fine. But for the investors, they also launched on hold up, I can show you. It's fine for them, but for the investors, you know, the less money they raise, the higher usually the performance will be after the launch itself, which makes sense. Here, I think it is one of the probably this announcement. Here we go. Cetify, Gamify, Red Kite, and Infinite Launch are the ones where they have done their IDO, and there's a couple of other platforms that they've partnered up with already. Then on the 18th is where they have their actual launch of the IDO, which you can participate in on their website. You do need one of the bull NFTs to be able to participate in it, but I think you're going to get a quite large allocation. We don't know how much the allocation is yet. It depends on how many people filled out the form. There was like a KYC form that you had to fill out. Something that was pretty cool is that people in the US, everybody watching right now in the US, you know the struggle. I'm not from the US myself, but I know a lot of people are. They can't always participate in IDOs. It has to do with KYC. You're not allowed to. Same thing happened here. You're not allowed to participate in it. Why not? Well, I don't know. The US just doesn't allow. So same thing was here. So they're gonna do something for those people to help them out with it. I don't know what is gonna happen, but While we're sad that our US citizen cannot participate in the IDO due to legal restrictions, we want to make sure you will be rewarded for your amazing support. We aren't leaving you behind. What they're actually going to do, I'm not sure, but all the US citizens that can't participate, they fill out this form and then they will be able to get something for it. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they send out like airdrops, or maybe they send tokens to them, or I don't know. There will be a solution for them to still benefit from things in a certain way, but we'll have to see what they have planned for them, right? But then back to the project itself. So they've got a couple of videos, updates on what the project is actually going to look like. This Super Saiyan Bull was bought for 7 Ethereum yesterday. So when we look at the actual NFTs itself, floor price has gone down a little bit. After we did the last video I think was at 0.12 or 0.13. It went back up, or it went all the way up to 0.20, and now it dropped down a little bit. So here yesterday, average price 0.65, which probably comes from that 7 Ethereum trade. And then today, so far, 17 sales and 0.18 average price. So volume is 732, which is quite low, right, for this project. I think they've got quite a lot to show for. It just means that they need to bump up their marketing a little bit. They can do a lot more with the marketing. They got so many things to show for already with the videos that they've made, with the announcement of the bear hunt. They've got a video of the bear hunt. They can probably do something with that. They got Twitch videos. They can show the gameplay. So they've got quite a lot of things here. This is a video? Photo. This is a photo. Looks pretty awesome, right? It looks very, I think the quality of this project looks pretty cool, especially if you consider where the market is right now. There's a couple of AAA games that are announced that will announce, here we go. There's a couple of AAA games that have announced, very awesome, high quality gameplay, but we'll probably have to wait a year or multiple years before that's actually going to be out there, playable, etc. These guys have got this already, and in Q1, they say in Q1, they will release the full game for the bear hunt, at least to the public. So not just for the holders, for the holders, but not just for people that hold a certain amount. Right now you can play, if you have, there's a sound to it as well if you want to hear. I think if you hold 20 Bull NFTs now, you can participate and play the demo beta version, and then you can kind of give your opinion on whether it's good or not, and then they're gonna use your advice probably to adjust again. Eventually, somewhere in Q1, they will release it for all the Bull holders, and then you can play it, and then you can get your bear NFT, you get another NFT. But it looks pretty cool. I think that they've done a good job there. But when you look at the exposure, 115 retweets, 42 retweets. Let's pause this. Look, this is Gamify itself. You can see the difference, right? Sure, Gamify is massive, but it shows the difference. 36 retweets. So here, Polka Foundry Launchpad, there's a big difference in the exposure they get. So I think that they can bump up the marketing a little bit. Not that that's, they should get started with all of that before the actual IDO itself. Maybe they will, but it's going to be good for us as investors. All right, Tokenomics. This is the tokenomic chart. I think this is new. This wasn't actually in there last time that we looked at it, so they've updated it, which is good to know. IDO is what we want to focus on the most, because that is us potentially if we decide to get into this, right? I probably will. I have one of those Bull NFTs anyway, so why not? And you get 20% unlock on TGE, linear release, so 80% gets released over the 3 months after that. Pretty fast. I think that that's fine. I wouldn't want to wait on my tokens for too long in a market like this right now, but I think that this is fine, right? So the seed round gets 2% total, 5% unlock on TGE. Private sale gets 8% unlock on TGE. So they do release a lot of tokens already. I want to know what the total amount of, here we go. 1 billion is the total supply. So they will release, we can fully calculate it if you want to, but 1 billion tokens, the seed round gets 2% of that. So they get, 20 million tokens in total, of which they get 5%, which is 1 million tokens. They get 1 million tokens released straight away on the launch, right? Private sale, they get 8% of all the tokens. So that is 80 million tokens. They get 8% released on TGE. So they get a whole lot of tokens released on TGE. Then the IDO, they get 1.5%, so that's a little bit less, and they get 20%, so they get less than a million tokens released. Liquidity gets 50%, well, that's fine, that's liquidity. The team gets a 1-year cliff, that's important. The advisors, they get a 3-month cliff, that's important. Retroactive rewards, 2-week cliff, 20% of the total amount of tokens. Rewards and emissions, which is fine, they're going to use that back into the project. The DAO Treasury gets a 1-year cliff, and the ecosystem development gets a 1-month cliff. But still, since the seed and the private sale get a fairly high amount released, I think that they have quite a lot of tokens coming into circulating supply straight away from the launch. But they have raised, so much money. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to perform in a current market like this. It means that the price will probably struggle to really find that upward transfer rate from the start, especially since the market now isn't doing too well. People are a little bit skeptical. People are a little bit, pushed back a little bit with putting a lot of money in. So this could have been a little bit lower, in my opinion. Maybe the seed round and the private sale that could have had a 1 or 2 month cliff as well. And then you could have just done like, I don't know, a private round, or at least a seed round. Do like a 2 to 5% unlock, but then do it 2 or 3 months later, and then private sale do 5% max as well. It's not that big of a deal if the market is, bullish bears, and people are putting in enough money. But I think that they did raise quite a lot. I think if we can look at Bulliverse Tokenomics, maybe we can find Tokenomics crypto ranks or something. Medium crypto rank, here we go. This is good to see. Here we can see a little bit more about how, what, when, and where. So this is IDO price 5 cents, market hard cap $100,000. I just still don't understand why they've raised so much, right? Infinite launch 100k, Gamified 250k, Red Kite 425. So here, okay, no, IDO, Seedify, private, Seedify, yeah, okay, cool. So what do we say? 625? No, 425, 725, 825, 925. They're raising almost $1 million already from the IDOs on the launch pads, and then they also have the launch of the IDO on their own website. So they will raise more than $1 million straight away on launch day. Multiplier bull moon spreadsheet USD. So this is what the price would look like at that time, right? So if this is going to be the price, then it goes down, of course. 0.5 means it's cut in half because the IDO price is 5 cents market cap, but this isn't fully diluted. Here's fully diluted market cap, 50 million. Initial fully diluted market cap is initial market cap if the max supply was considered. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, well, that's true, right? 50 million is quite a lot. Project like this is not going to just push to a fully diluted market cap of, I don't know, $500 million straight away after the launch. Why am I saying all this? Well, because I'm going to be very honest here. When I participate in an IDO, I'll just always sell my first batch of tokens, right? I like my money to move around. I want to put money in, invest into something. As soon as the IDO comes, I take that portion out, use that for something else, and now I'll just wait for the rest to come through. So ideally, if you do the simple maths here, 20% on luck, well, you want a 5x, and then you've got all the money that you've put in, you got it out already, and then the rest that you're waiting on is free money, right? That's easy. That's the goal. Do that way, you're not in it for there's no risk involved anymore. For example, Soul Chicks is happening tomorrow, where you want to have a quick laugh. You want to have a quick laugh about Soul Chicks. That one is releasing tomorrow. I had the cheaper rate, so I was 4.5 cents, I think, and the IDO price was 5 cents. So it's sitting well below IDO price. It's releasing tomorrow, but you're in it with a loss. We paid more than it is right now. Luckily, I sold my first batch at 28 cents or 26 cents. So I'm definitely in profit. I think I was able to take out like close to $30,000 on the first release, which was 25%. But goes to show that right now, if I didn't have that much of a gain at the start, I would have lost money on a pretty high allocation launch, right? And we don't want something like that to happen again. It is a totally different situation. They have a lot more tokens in circulating supply. Maybe it is good to keep that one here as an example of how you definitely don't want to run things. They have a complete total supply, like fully diluted, of 10 billion tokens. Right now in circulating supply are 244 million. Why is the price struggling so much? Well, tomorrow they're going to release another massive batch of tokens in it. So we definitely don't want something like that to happen. I think this is done very well. Linear release over a year, linear release over a year. These ones get, quite a high allocation, and the rest is fine. 1 year cliff, 3 month cliff. So this is all fine, right? You don't want to have too many tokens in circulating supply going on straight away from the start. That being said, I do think that they have quite a lot of potential. They are raising over $1 million already on the actual launch straight away at the start. So I'm very curious to see how that is going to happen. If you would like to participate in this though, you will have to get one of the Bull NFTs, and then with the Bull NFTs you can sign up, and then by signing up you do that probably here or on the Discord. You can probably participate here. Let's see what happens. Yep, you could. Or you just go to the website or to the Discord, and then you fill out a little form, right? What else do we need to know about the tokenomics? Well, there's quite a lot of things going on in the tokenomics. So yes, I had a couple of mentions here of things that I think could have done a little bit better, maybe, but that's also the case because I've seen how it can go completely wrong with Solchicks if they release too many tokens in circulating supply. What these guys have done a lot better though is they fought, 10 steps ahead a little bit. They got a good burning system in place as well. I don't know if that's here. Their whole ecosystem just makes sense. Solcheck's ecosystem does not make sense whatsoever in any way. That's just a massive cash grab everywhere. These guys have thought things through a little bit more. Let's see if we can find it for you guys. It's going to be very technical if we go through all of this in too much depth. So I don't know if you want to go through all of that. Maybe we just got to skip that for a second. I'll just tell you because otherwise it does not make sense to most people. But there's a burn system in place. So you're going to have a breeding system, and the breeding system is going to come pretty quick already, which is one of the systems that they've put in there. They have a system where you're going to have a bull and a cow, and then you put them together, and then you burn the tokens, and then you get you get like a breeded NFT back for it. So they're going to have a lot of breeding systems in place, which means they're going to have quite a lot of burning systems in place as well, which is one of the things that they've done. Also, quite a lot of tokens go back towards the DAO system. So that means that those tokens might be the case that a lot of tokens are in circulating supply, but when they take it out by putting it into their team, into the DAO system or whatever. So here, for example, the DAO Treasury gets 20% of the total amount. Well, those tokens are put into a system where it's locked, right? Also, what they're doing, that's what I wanted to say, is I just don't fully know exactly where it is, but I know how to tell you. They will have a land sale, and that land sale is coming up later on, and all the tokens that are used for that land sale, all of them will go back to the DAO system. So it's not like a cash grab or something that don't want to just make extra money by selling land and then using that money for themselves. No, actually all that money is going back towards the DAO system, which is awesome because that means that also helps with the increase of the token price itself, and it goes to show what type of potential they have, or what their intentions are, at least, because they're definitely not looking to just make as much money as fast as possible. They're actually looking to create a proper game and make people that are involved with it benefit from it, if that makes sense. So here we can see a little bit about what's going on. Here's the DAO Treasury. So the Bull tokens at the start, you have the initial sale, right? You have the Bulliverse avatar collection, the Bulliverse in-game assets, the land, and then the game portal. Goes towards the DAO Treasury. This is all the Bull tokens, and then the royalties from the NFT marketplace all go back towards the DAO Treasury. I don't know if all of them on a transaction fee. Transaction fee goes to Creators Marketplace as well, which makes sense, I guess. All right, cool. But also the royalties from the NFT marketplace, they go back to the DAO Treasury. So it's not just on a goal. It doesn't just all go towards the pockets of the creators. They actually use all the money that comes towards the game for further development. And I think that that's a massive, massive positive, a massive, massive bonus. Maybe, again, that's one of the reasons why they aren't as heavily involved on their marketing side of things, because they don't want to just be a quick hype project. They actually want a proper system. Oh, here we go. This is what I meant. They don't have a massive desire and need to just make as much money as fast as possible, but they're taking their time to develop a proper game over time. And then, when you have a good project that you deliver, automatically that's gonna attract people towards it anyway. Again, I do think that they need to bump up the marketing a little bit. Why? Is because you just want to reward people that are here early, and the more you do that, the higher the price will eventually get, and then you reward early investors. I think that that's fair. If you have money anyway, why not invest it a little bit more aggressive in the marketing so you attract more people towards your project. Below are the DAO revenue avenues from the Bulliverse eco. 2.5% of transactions from secondary market trading of Kobe NFTs and OpenSea royalties, they will go towards the DAO. 5% of the fees of the marketplace transactions, in-game asset, or like the in-game marketplace of their own. They have their own marketplace on the website, and then of course you have the NFT marketplace like OpenSea or like LuxRare. 5% of fees from creator marketplace, land sale, all proceeds acquired go to DAO. All proceeds, so all the money goes back to the DAO. They add revenue as well. 5% of the entry fees for competition, so you need to pay to get into that system as well. So initial NFT sales, token sales, land game portals, NFT collection, in-game assets all go straight towards that. NFT community inclusion fee all goes straight there. Advertisement revenue all goes straight there. Exclusive event fees, marketplace, competition entry fee all goes there. And then what is that used for? For play to earn rewards, for the people that play the game and want to make money out of it. Staking allocation, because there's a staking system in place too. Bull token burn, so they have a burning system in place, which is good. It brings circulating supply down, makes the price go up. Infrastructure maintenance, marketplace needs, creators funds, rewards incentives, and Bulliverse Inc., the operation company. I want to know a little bit more about the staking system. Do we know a little bit more about staking? We can search staking. Staking, the staking dashboard, that makes sense. Oh no, that's not what we want. Staking, bull token holders can stake their tokens through staking dashboard. Yeah, but what does that mean? What does that involve? When is this? No, we just want to know. We want to know. I don't think we can see that. All right, that's a shame. Maybe I'm not looking correct. Let me try it one more time. Staking. All right, it's already writing down there. Staking. No, phase 2. So this is all like the explanation of the roadmap. Q4 2002, DAO governments and staking. There's going to be breeding, smart contracts. Maybe it's here. Smart contract. No. All right. Sorry for the delay here, guys. I'm just trying to find some valuable information for you guys, but I don't think that we are going to be able to find this. I want to know what type of staking situation there's in place, because that way we know kind of how much tokens that will be burned eventually. Because let's say simple equation, right? The token price is sitting at $1, and there's 1 billion in tokens in circulating supply. That gives $1 billion valuation. If the valuation stays the same, but the total tokens are burned is cut in half to 500 million, well then token price goes up to $2, because now you have $2, 500 million tokens, stay same market cap, which means the people that are investing in it and they hold the tokens, they obviously get, a lot more rewards from it, and they make more money, and that's a good way to reward investors. But we can't find that information. I think that that's all the information that we have. So long story short, the Bull NFT, I think this project has a lot of potential. Up their marketing a little bit, bump the marketing. You can participate in the IDO by holding one of their NFTs, and then you can sign up for it. It's in 6 days. It's already gone on all the big launch pads, so it's already been on Seedify, on Gamify, on Red Kite, and Infinite Launch. They've already done all these rounds, and now it's just waiting to see how they're gonna come up with the bear game, the hunt the bear game, and see what's gonna do to the token price and to the actual price of the NFTs itself. Right, you have the Bull NFTs right now. People want to participate in it to get one of the bears, and then the price goes up. Usually goes up a little bit. If there's going to be a good staking or a good burning system in place as well, which involves the breeding but also the bear, they're having so many different angles involved for the burning system. I think that this token can do very well. I want to see why they've raised so much money beforehand already, because it does take away a little bit of the potential. But if you can still have like a 3, 4, 5x in it, 5x would be perfect, because then you take all your money out. In that case, if that happens, then the token, the price would be 25 cents fully diluted market cap would be 250 million. That is, it's possible, but it is high. Well, it's definitely possible, but it is high. The exact market cap at that time, I'm not sure, because then we would need to know exactly how many tokens we would need at that exact time. That's all I have for you guys right now. Thanks for watching. If you want me to review any other projects, any new upcoming projects that you might have, feel free to let me know in the comments down below and I'll have a look at it. Otherwise, if you could just hit the subscribe button, bell notification, so you get updated on all the next videos, I would appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.